Elves begin their push into the capital of the Chaos Dwarves. And standing in their way, as you guys would expect, is one of the biggest Chaos Dwarf armies ever assembled. 3 whole Chaos Dwarf armies are on this battlefield today, spread out to protect their capital, as it is, as you can tell, completely surrounded. The Elves have also brought 3 armies to this battle today, guys, so we already know it's going to be a great one. So just to get things rolling here, what's going on, guys? Rapid Plays here. I hope you guys are all having a great day today, and let's get this thing rolling. So these forest dragons are already starting to open fire on these goblin laborers. Goblin laborers, not worth too much, so just kind of softening things up there. Things are going to kick off here pretty quickly, though. You can already start to see that the all aerial units of the elves are starting to already fly in here. We have the hawk riders already beginning to fly through the air. The dragons already landing into combat over here. So very beautiful. Dragons already starting to get into the combat. More hawk riders now in the air gonna join in this fight here. This is already kicking off to be a great one. Now let's just quickly fly over to the other side of the battlefield here. Elves still moving up. On this side, we have multiple tree men to be the major support on this side. Lots of archers as well. You can see the archers already really starting to soften up some of the best warriors here for the Chaos Dwarfs. These Chaos Dwarf warriors taking a large amount of damage to these archers, who are some Glade Guard sitting back here. Glade Guard and Way Watchers really starting to mess up these Chaos Dwarves. You can see that they're already down to 67 men and not a single kill. This is also a regiment of renown, ladies and gentlemen. So a massive blow there. We're also starting to see this Spell Slinger push forward to try to take this resource post from the Chaos Dwarves. Back over on the other side where that main action is kicking off. Oh, it is most certainly kicking off here. Dragons in the background here, going after this Infernal Guard, doing an excellent job in taking it out as well. Dragons also up in this fight here. Things are already starting to look pretty juicy across this entire battle. Oh my goodness, this is just a cluster. That is just a cluster right there. Here we're seeing a Taurus. Oh god, this is sick. A Taurus and a Forest Dragon duking it out right here. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's sick. Yep, that's the thumbnail right there, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, so up top here with these with those Hawk Riders, they are skirmishing down this Granite Guard, trying to get rid of these blunderbuss. The blunderbuss are very, very deadly in this game, and they look like they're now turning their attention up to those birds. And ooh, you can just see the damage and carnage that they are doing with one volley there. The Hawk Riders already wavering from the battle, but do not fear. In the back here, we do have some Way Watchers, Glade Guard, and some Deepwood Scouts, all shooting arrows over the hill into this Granite Guard, who are still just taking a tremendous amount of arrow fire. Now, up the gut, we are seeing that there has been a couple full-on charges. We have a mixture of Treekin and Wraths of the Frozen Heart, some Dryads push forward here to fight the Infernal Guard and some Goblin Laborers. So, nice little fight here, because this leads straight to the town center over here. On this corner where we saw those tree men, ladies and gentlemen, the tree men are already starting to go to work. You can see that they are slowly but surely pushing up this hill. We have the Immortals. There are some very, very epic looking regiments of renown here. Sweet. Holy. And then we have some hobgoblins. But yeah, look at this. Tree men don't care. The tree man, in fact, does not care about their regiment of renown status, and they're going to continue to push very hard there. We also have some Chaos Dwarf blunderbusses now pushing up, as a lot of the archers have shifted their focus to these fire glaives back here, which is an excellent target. Fire glaives being very, very deadly. Every single arrow that lands into these fire glaives is massive for the dwarf or for the elves. Back here in the middle on this side, you're also seeing a pincer kind of maneuver here. Let's zoom all the way out and look at this tactical map so we can kind of see what's all happening. Do a quick little analyzation. So over here on this far corner, we are seeing an excellent push coming from the elves. They do have one of the forest dragons broken, but they're doing a great push here. They have another forest dragon just returning from breaking. And they also have a lot of missile units targeting down this Granite Guard, which is an excellent target. You saw how much the damage that Granite Guard did to that poor unit of birds there. And then we also have some blade singers pushing forward into this infernal guard and goblin laborers. So trying to make a little bit of a push there. We also have some infernal guard pushing forward as well. Now in the first pincer maneuver for the middle, we have a really nice push going into some fire glaives, but the hobgoblin wolf raiders are reinforcing alongside some infernal guard. So not too much happening there. Archers now targeting down those hobgoblin archers. They should have almost no problem taking those out. And in the farther back, there are some blunderbusses for the chaos dwarves as well. Over here in this corner, the elves have already almost completely taken this corner. All that's really left is just the immortals unit, which if we go down, you can see that they are taking a decent amount of fire. This unit has already almost completely died. You remember these guys from earlier? The blazing beards that sat up here and just ate casualties, now fully succumbing to the amount of archer fire that is pouring up and over this hill. You can see that they are really struggling to make it out now, losing more and more men by the second. They are going to completely pull out of this battle, and it looks like the Chaos Dwarves are abandoning their first resource post. Over here, they are still holding where that tree man is fighting, almost taking no damage. This tree man is still doing great. Tree man at 10 kills here. And if you look to the top, the Chaos Dwarves still have the upper hand in this battle. Still holding 3 resource posts. They have the chance to build a lot of towers in this battle. We are also starting to see those Hawk Riders from earlier. I called them birds, but they were Hawk Riders. Now push up to the middle here, starting to skirmish down these units in the middle, because as we can see here, the only thing returning fire is this Dreadquake mortar, and that Dreadquake mortar is completely missing their target, but the target is now starting to break from the action. Those Hawk Riders from earlier are returning to help try to support this Forest Dragon, which is fighting these Bull Centaurs, which the dragon is probably going to go down pretty quickly to those Bull Centaurs. But now we're seeing that the first general is starting to waver from the, or break from these dragons. So an excellent win coming from the elves here. Possibly looking at a second take for a resource post if they can continue to push forward. These Hawk Riders, though, taking serious amounts of fire from these fire glaives over here, who are set up beautifully. But now, ooh, some very good archer fire coming in from the elves. We have some Glade Guard and Deepwood Scouts set up perfectly to put in some fire into these Infernal Guard. And these Infernal Guard are taking a lot of damage. I'm hearing a massive explosion coming from over here. So what in the world? Oh, looks like a spell was used here, doing a decent amount of damage to the enemies. Now we're starting to see that the Chaos Dwarves are pushing out some of their more expensive units in the middle. We have a Dreadquake mortar pushing forward. Don't really know where he's headed, but the Dreadquake mortar pushed forward nonetheless. I think that was the Dreadquake mortar that actually hit here, that shattered those elves. So a big win here in the center coming from the Chaos Dwarves so far. All that's really left for the elves is a couple units of Glade Guard and Way Watchers. But yeah, so, and now the Dreadquake mortar does end up firing. We can watch it come flying in for a beautiful hit on those Wade Watchers. Absolutely beautiful. Hitting its own general, though, a little bit there, the Sorcerer Prophet. But yeah, so the elves taking this resource this resource post pretty handily. They just need to push some units up to take it. Still firing some archer shots at what appears to be that unit of Immortals, who are chasing down some Glade Guard. Some Glade Guard getting misplaced there, but ooh, another Dreadquake mortar shot going off. An excellent hit on the general here, on this Glade Guard general, or the Glade Lord general. And also the Chaos Dwarves opting to build a tower in this forward position. Excellent position to put it. It is going to start to take off some damage on that Glade Lord. Over here on the far left, that tree man is still messing up the enemy, up to 39 kills now, and still continuing to push forward with the help of some Blade Singers. So an excellent push here from the elves. Now if we fly back over to that pincer maneuver, you are seeing that the elves are starting to make a decent push here. A lot of these units are starting to look a little bit close to death. This Iron Demon tank here, down to 2,000 health, but with 133 kills, really getting its money's worth here. But the Chaos Dwarves are really needing to worry now, as a dragon is now landing in their town center. They do have some Bull Centaur renders to take care of it, but it is getting to these blunderbuss, and it is getting to these blunderbuss pretty quickly. It looks like it caught the blunderbuss off guard. Blunderbuss not really looking in that direction, and rightfully so. The general now flying in, but the general taking a decent amount of fire from those fire glaives. The first resource, or the second resource post, has been captured by the elves over here. Now the elves having a lot of free units to push forward. Looks like they were probably going to push up this way here through this little gap. Probably take down this this little platform here and push through that platform all the way to the town center. Over here on the far left, the Chaos Dwarves now trying to build up another tower at this resource post, as they are continuing to hold here fairly distantly. They are losing a lot of units, though. This Infernal Guard is starting to take a decent amount of casualties, fighting a mix of war dancers, sorry, blade singers, and some what in the world are you? Some enigmas, some zotes. These look like lizard men to me, but you know, I'm not gonna question it. So let's do a quick general check. All right, generals, we know how important generals are in this game. Let's see here. So we have an elven general that is about to die in the middle, taking a full volley from the fire glaives there, down to 1,700 health. We also have a Chaos Dwarf, the Overseer, in the middle, still doing very, very good on health. So that's 1 and 1 for each. Over here, there are the other 2 Chaos Dwarf generals. One is not doing too high, 1,900 health. The other one's still doing great at over 5,000 health. And then the Elves, here are their other 2 generals, still at full health, now continuing to push forward into the town center. First one now charging into some fire glaives here. Glitching into some fire glaives, maybe. He is... I'm confused, but you know what? You know what? It is what it is, right? It is what it is. Spellsinger now trying to take down this barricade. Just slowly but surely attacking that, down to 200 health. Over here, the Elves still kind of taking their time to get up to this resource post. Still trying to finish off this unit of Infernal Ironsworn and this Chaos Dwarf Blunderbuss. The Treemen really being the driving factor here, but now starting to take some fire from these Hobgoblin Archers who do have fire arrow, so doing a decent amount of damage to that Treeman who is completely surrounded. But the Treeman at 55 kills and also has some supporting fire from some Deepwood Scouts. Over here, when we were talking about that pincer maneuver, the Elves now finally starting to get this pincer movement to work for them, taking a lot of casualties in the meantime trying to get there. But now you can see that the Kadai Destroyer has been used, the Colossal Monster pushed out of the town center, and you can see that it is messing up these Dryads, but it is attacking a sector where the Elves are probably the most healthy here, so he is going to need some support big time if he's going to want to survive this fight. Already at 58 kills, this could be horrible for the Elves. They do not take out this thing fast. You can already see arrow fire starting to come into it, trying to just deal as much chip damage as possible to that Kadai Destroyer. Over here, the Elves have finally won this flank. It took them forever. This Archer Tower really helping out as well. But really just a mixture of fire glaives, blunderbuss, everything over here really giving the Elves a hard time. But they finally are able to capture this resource post. And now all but one resource post are captured. The only one that is not is over here. And we have a reinforcing tree man coming in to help finish off this fight. Now let's go check on the town center, where we are seeing that this Spell Weaver is very, very low health. No Chaos Dwarves are in the town center, so what you are seeing deployed is what they have left. And it is going to be a close fight here, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, it is going to come down to the wire. The Kadai Destroyer doing a great job at continuing to hold out by itself here, really hitting those Blade Singers hard. But the amount of arrow fire really being damaging to that Kadai Destroyer. An excellent charge there into those Blade Singers. But the Blade Singers still holding on at 3,000 health left and 40 units. The Kadai Destroyer down to 6,000 health. So that chip damage really coming in big here. And now we're starting to see these Fire Glaives having to engage in melee as they not only get trapped out of their own settlement, but they need to stop these Glade Guard from having a direct route into their into the town center. The barricade is at 4,700 health and ticking down by the second. The Chaos Dwarves get a big win on this side, though, wiping the Elves from getting that direct route to the middle. All that's left is really just a couple Glade Guard that is trying to take out this Dreadquake Mortar. The Dreadquake Mortar is now starting to take fire on these Way Watchers that are trying to push forward here, which is an excellent target. Way Watchers being very, very, very juicy when it comes to their missile damage. Over here on the far left, we are having a tower get constructed, or already constructed, and it is starting to take fire on a couple Blade Singers that are pushing up. Is this only 2 people left? Wow. 2 Blade Singers pushing up. Good for them for not breaking off the battlefield. But yeah, over here the Kadai Destroyer now completely dying, only at 94 kills, taking a lot of damage, and eventually I think just being outgunned, not having the support it needed to really be as effective as possible. We are about to see the Kadai Destroyer go down, ladies and gentlemen. And there it goes. The Kadai Destroyer down and out for the count. Big loss for the Chaos Dwarves there. They could just not support the Kadai Destroyer at this point in the battle. Going down, that is a big win for the Elves. And now if we look at the generals, this general almost dead here. The Sorcerer Prophet down to 1,700 health. And the Elves are moving in. A general getting a kill on an enemy building there. Now pushing forward up into this Fireglaive unit. An excellent target here to take out. The Elves have the capital completely surrounded now. They're down to just the town center. The Chaos Dwarves now retreating back to the town center. You can already see some Fireglaves retreating to the town center. Some Enigmas now push up to take out those Hobgoblin archers. It is not looking good for the Chaos Dwarves at all. From what seemed to be an almost like prolific victory at one point, now going the complete opposite as the town center is now captured by the Elves. Oh my goodness. The Elves now capturing the town center, and the timer starts ticking. We are also seeing that some Infernal Fireglaves are now fighting this Glade Lord that flew into capture here, that ran straight here, who's about to go down. So a very, very risky move, which costs them a general, but really distracts the Chaos Dwarves a lot, having to pull back a couple of generals to the town center. You're also starting to see that the Elves are pushing forward a lot of their remaining units. Some Glade Guard now pushing forward into this Overseer general. But it is not looking good, guys. If you guys are rooting for the Chaos Dwarves, this battle is going the complete opposite of how you want it at the moment. A lot of the Elves now pushing forward into the town center. Infernal Fire Guard versus Blade Singers for the middle capture here, and it looks like the Fireglaves are getting destroyed by these Blade Singers. Absolutely beautiful fight for the town center, though. You have some Bull Renders running in the background there. You have a dragon fighting in the background, arrows flying in. But ladies and gentlemen, the Chaos Dwarves now losing the town center completely, losing their last general, costs them this battle. Wow, what a fight. Up on the screen now is the kill counts. Oh, what a fight. What a fight. If you guys did enjoy this video and would like to see more sieges, I mean, let me know in the comment section down below. Hit that like and sub button, guys, because this one was quite amazing. And yeah, guys, thank you guys all so much for watching. And of course, I will see you all next time. Peace.